Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is day 2 of our SPY 30-minute strategy. The strategy that I gave out just a couple days ago that has worked out so well last week, and it worked so well on Tuesday. Let's see how it played out today on Wednesday, September 14th. Okay, so this was day 2 of the trading. Yesterday we did awesome. We had some really phenomenal trades. Now we move into day 2 of this strategy to see how it would have played out. So this was our first candle of the morning, our first 30-minute candle right here, this green candle. Now, if we opened up below and then trended up, this is something that I would have looked at taking, but we gapped up, so not something that I was going to jump into. So now we look for the next candle. So we are either looking for this to trend up or for this to have a trend down, so a 2-2 reversal. So let's go see what the next candle was, and there you have it. So as we jump into this play, that is your trigger, okay? The bottom of that candle, that was your trigger, and we hit first targets. So sometimes, especially today, the way this market ran, sometimes you just got to take what the market gives you. And it's easier to see that in hindsight now that the trade is done. So looking at this, you could have put your stops in a couple places. You could have had it, after this candle opens, I wouldn't put it at the 50% mark of this candle. You can put it at this, your trigger line. Or you can just say, you know what, I hit my targets, and that's going to be it. Okay, so when the next candle opens, so part of this strategy, guys, is, and I told you guys this in the original video, we need that hourly and that daily always pointing in the same direction. Everything else is a bonus, but we need that hourly and the daily. And the one thing I'll just point out to you guys real quick here is this blue line. This blue line represents where we flip on the day from red to green, because that is where we opened. So if we're above this line, we are green. If we're below this line, we are red. Okay, so we look at the very next candle as it plays through, and that's exactly what we have. So we break through that target, and as we break through, you can say, you know what, if it reverses through that target, I'm good, I'm going to take my profit. If not, if you left it here, okay, you left the trade basically at zero, minus your fees for the trade, and then if you left at that 50% mark, you left with a little bit of a loss. Okay, so then this became a 3 candle right here. So now what are we looking for? The next thing we look for is a break, a continuation of this 3 candle. So we play out the next candle, and there we have it. And again, we hit targets. So you can put your stop loss again at that trigger line, or at that, once we hit that target, you can say, yep, I'm going to take that. Okay, so this is a trade that I took this morning, and I sold half at 50% for 12% right here, and then the rest of it I lost. I bought it at $1.39. It ran to $1.57 or $1.59, I think, at this point. And then it came back down, and I ended up selling it at 95 cents as it came back through. But we'll go to the next candle, and I'll show you. So there, we came back through, and I was out at the break of that candle. And I ended up taking a loss. It was a 10% loss overall on that trade. And sometimes you just don't win them. So the first 2 trades, though, guys, you could have taken both these and taken your profit at the first target, which realistically, if you're trading with small contracts and only a few contracts, that's probably what you should be doing. If you're only trading with 1 or 2 contracts, take your profit. Take that 10, 15, 20, 30% and be done with it. If it doesn't run through, like both of these, this one didn't run through. We tagged it, just barely creeped through, and then came back. This one just barely went through, and then it came back. Okay, so you could have been 2 for 2, or you could have been 0 for 2, depending on where you guys and how you guys manage your risk. Okay, so if you're 2 for 2, you're done for the day by 9 o'clock, or an hour and a half into the day, you're done. Okay, and this strategy worked for you for a second straight day. So if we go to the next candle, So now we've broken through again, okay? We are looking for the break now because we are below that blue line, which turns us to red, turns the hourly and daily to red. So you could have triggered, okay? And now you're looking for your target right there. And then we started getting into a lot of chop here in SPY. Okay, so you came down again, and then you reversed back up. So you could have had your stops again at that trigger if you want to just make sure you cut your losses, or you just keep it at the top of that candle or the 50% marker of this candle and you're out, okay? Small losses. That's all we're looking for. And if you won yesterday and you took a couple losses today right off the start, I probably wouldn't have traded anymore. I would have said, you know what, the day is not working for me. I'm not in it. I'm out and I'm not doing it anymore. We'll pick up again where we left off tomorrow morning. Okay, so now we go to the next one. Okay, this next one, we come back up through. I'm probably not taking that one. That's not enough break for me to be a 2 up. I want to see that thing come up through. I wouldn't have taken that trade. So then we come back down, but I'm not taking, this would be the trigger. I'm not taking this trade, okay? Because when it triggers, we are still green on the day. I'm not sure where that hourly was, but we would have been green on the day still. So I'm looking for an actionable signal once this day is already green. I mean, if it's right tight, if we're close, then I'll take it. But we're still far enough away that I'm not taking that trade, and that's okay. Those are my rules. You can take it. If you did, you would have had a winner, okay? That would have been the trade I would have taken. And again, it was just one of those days where we kind of chopped around, and we talked about it in the Discord. A bunch of guys were saying it's just a chop fest out there. It's a chop fest out there. So there is your trigger, and that's your target that you're looking for. Now, do we hit that target? Come back up? Nope. Because, again, you could have triggered and said, if we come back through, I'm out. Or you just take the loss above the candle right there, okay? So either way you run it, it was a tough trading day. Okay, so now it comes back down again. Okay, so can you jump in there? Yes. And it hits targets. So again, you have the choice. You have the choice to get out, make that your stop loss. And if it comes through, you've got a winner. And if you thought, well, I'll leave it at my trigger and I'm good with break even because I think it's going to run, that's okay too, guys. Okay, so then what's the next candle? So that next candle comes all the way up. And we would have had another little bit of a run down there. But again, we came right back up. So now we've got this 3 bar and we're above. Okay, so the next thing I would be looking for again would be to break that high. Well, and I guess that's the end of the day. So we're at 3:30. That was the last candle. So I wasn't looking at the time there. So this, realistically, right here, these last 3 out of the 4 candles, that would have been my last trade in that ranger. I wouldn't have taken this trade with half an hour left in the day. So again, now yesterday was really good. Today could have been good, or it could have been really bad for you guys. And I just want to say, like, I don't want you guys to think of this as losing. I know I said losing, but don't think of it as you're not losing. So this business, trading is a business, okay? And I'm going to talk about this in the risk management video I've got coming out. But trading is a business, and you can look at these losses as, you know, part of the expenses of doing business. It's the cost of doing business. Sometimes you get the losses, but more often than not, that consistency with the profitability is going to be high. Okay, and this is a probability game. And that's it. We play probabilities. It's not, there's no way of me knowing exactly that this is what's going to happen, or this candle was going to do this, or this candle, or this candle. I don't know what any of these candles are going to do ahead of time. Nobody does. Okay, but we have that probability of what we think is going to happen, and there's no guaranteed wins, and I will always tell you guys that. You cannot guarantee wins in this, but you can play the high probabilities of what we think is going to happen. And again, there's risk involved in every trade you create. There's no method, there's no strategy that has no risk to it. There just isn't. There's always risk involved when you're trading. So day 1 was great. Day 2 could have been great, or it could have been really bad. Depends how you manage your risk. If you took profit, congratulations. If you held like me a little bit too long, it's a cost of doing business. It's the expense of being a trader. You're going to have losses. And the quicker you realize that you have losses, the better off you'll be. Okay? If I need you guys to lose without thinking you're a loser, and be wrong without thinking there's anything wrong with you in the way that you're trading. Okay? Because like I said, I'll say it over and over and over, losses are part of the business. It's the expense and the cost of doing business. And the problem is, in society nowadays, we're so enveloped in, and we just want to win, and everybody just wants to win, and winning is everything, and win at all costs. And that's not how you play this game. That's not how you run the business of trading, okay? It's not win at all costs. You take your wins with your losses and you move on. Okay, guys, that's day 2. I'm going to be putting these out for the whole month of September, I think. We're going to see how the month rolls out on SPY with this 30-minute strategy. So I have a daily watch list coming out very, very soon. I'm going to wish you guys all good luck trading on Thursday, and we will see you guys all on the next one. Have a great one, guys, and bye-bye.